Guten Morgen, guten Tag oder guten Abend und willkommen zur 13. Folge meiner Serie über den Flughafen Frankfurt am Main. How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to my 1 to 400 scale Frankfurt am Main model airport series, where once again I have attempted to not butcher the German language. With the last update covering the international terminal, this time we're back at Terminal 1, specifically the ANZ gates, which services Lufthansa and their Star Alliance partners. There's plenty of Lufthansa aircraft in this one, and 1 or 2 models I've been waiting to introduce for a while. So anyways, let's get into it. Starting off here on the west end of the layout at the Z gates with this Lufthansa Airbus A340-300 in a new livery. This aircraft is being catered and fueled as it gets ready to depart to Abuja in Nigeria. While these A340-300s are still going to be around for a little while longer, it is pretty sad that Lufthansa is phasing out the last passenger 600 variants at the end of the year. I've never been able to actually spot the A340-600 alone, but hopefully I can before they're gone forever. And of course, what is a Frankfurt update without the presence of a queen? This Lufthansa Boeing 747-8 is having the remainder of its baggage unloaded after coming in from Boston. Succeeding the previous queen and taking the throne is this other Lufthansa Boeing 747-8, this one being in the pre-2019 livery. At the moment, this jumbo jet is loading some bulk cargo as it prepares to attach to its tug and subsequently push back for its service to San Francisco. After that is a rare sight here at the Z gates, which is this United Airlines Boeing 777-300ER in the Continental Merger livery. Usually only Lufthansa parks at the Z gates, but there are occasionally situations where they're used as overflow from the A gates, which is what's going on here. Currently, this spectacle of human ingenuity has just finished being cleaned by a sanitizing crew, and now some catering trucks are lining up and getting ready to load the aircraft with the food it needs for its return flight to Newark Liberty Airport. Downsizing things a little, this Helvetic Embraer E190-E2 is having its baggage unloaded following its arrival from Zurich under Swiss Airlines. This is part of an almost 20-year strong wet lease agreement between Swiss and Helvetic, who operate a fleet of 22 E-Jet aircraft, 15 of which are allowed to be used by Swiss through codeshare flights such as this one. Similar to the arrangement between Swiss and Air Baltic, this allows for Swiss to reduce the density in its schedules, and for us aviation enthusiasts, it's an opportunity to catch multiple airlines and aircraft on a single route. Moving on to the A gates, which are just south of the Z gates but still connected, this Lufthansa A320neo is having its baggage unloaded after touching down from Dusseldorf. After that is another Lufthansa A320neo, which at the moment is welcoming aboard its passengers while simultaneously being catered for its upcoming outbound service to Budapest. And soaking up the natural light is this Croatia Airlines Airbus A319, which also is being catered for its own outbound to Split. Now returning to some wide-body action with this United Airlines Boeing 777-200ER in those beautiful Eva blue colors. This is a model I've been eagerly hunting for definitely a few years now, and I finally got one that popped up as the last one in stock at an online retailer. Anyhow, this United 777-200ER is unloading a ton of bulk cargo following its arrival from Washington Dulles in the District of Columbia. Sliding over to the other side of the concourse, where this United 787-10 is currently pushing back for its departure and return flight to Chicago O'Hare. Chicago is another one of my model airport series, and there's going to be a huge announcement at the end of the video regarding its next update, so stay tuned for that. Up next is this Discover A330-300 in the older Eurowings livery, and at the moment the cleaning crew is sanitizing the aircraft and making it ready for its next service after it came in from Philadelphia. And as the last aircraft here at the main apron, this Brussels A320neo is being fueled up as it prepares for its upcoming departure to, you guessed it, Brussels. Pausing at the taxiway for a moment where, after deboarding its passengers and cargo following its arrival from Denver, this Lufthansa A350-900 is being towed from the Z gates down to a remote stand near runway 07 Center. Once there, it will begin its turnaround and pre-departure procedures before heading out to Shanghai. I was really surprised when I saw these two routes because normally the A350 is based out of Munich. Am I complaining? Absolutely not. Besides, it gives me an excuse to bring out this gorgeous A350 alongside the rest of my Lufthansa fleet. Shifting over to the Hardstands in the middle of the metallic bay created by the ANZ gates, this AGN A320-200CO is presently boarding its passengers as it's also being catered for its departure to Thessaloniki. And finally, for this Frankfurt Terminal 1 update, this Lufthansa CityLine CRJ-900 is also preparing for departure. Right now, it's welcoming aboard a small number of passengers as their bags are loaded onto the aircraft and as the aircraft receives external power from a mobile GPU. Once things get wrapped up, this one, for what is hopefully not the final time, we'll be heading out to Zagreb's Franjo Tuđman. Before I wrap things up all the way, I wanted to announce a major addition to my Chicago O'Hare series. I've recently ordered the LEGO parts for a project I've long desired to embark upon, which is making my own scaled version of O'Hare Terminal 1's Concourse Charlie, which is the backbone of United Airlines' operations at the airport. And now, after years of anticipation, I finally built up my United fleet to have a large enough presence at this new layout. Let me know if you guys want the next Chicago update to be of me actually building the new concourse and walking you all through how I do that with Lego, given the considerable amount of comments I've received asking about the topic, or if you all want to skip ahead right into the juicy part where the grand reveal of the new terminal is the next Chicago update. I'll be posting a poll under the posts tab on my channel page, so be sure to go vote for which video that you'd like to be the next Chicago Hair episode. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this Frankfurt update. As always, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, fly safe.